Hello people, John the Biker here, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm out doing a bike review on the Honda CMX 500 Rebel. If this is a bike that you're interested in, join me after the intro. So here it is folks, the Honda CMX 500 Rebel, a bike that I've been trying to do a review on in quite some time, but I've always run into technical difficulties. I've never thought I'd ever say that, but there you go, technical difficulties. So what is the Honda Rebel? What does it claim to be? Does it live up to its name? So the Honda Rebel is a 500cc parallel twin. It's actually a 471cc actually, producing about 47 horsepower at 8,500 revs. It's got the standard wet multi-clutch gearbox thingy-my-bob, so 1 down 5 up, and it's liquid cooled. Now this is a great little engine, it's a punchy little engine, and it's a bulletproof engine. It's the same engine that they use in all the other 500cc bikes from Honda. I personally used to own a 500X, and it's the exact same engine as that, producing slightly less power actually, obviously being tuned differently. But overall, it's a great little engine, and yeah, it's got the power where you want it. Really good fun. Suspension on the bike, so this bike's a budget bike. You can buy these brand new for about £6,000. So you're not going to get nothing too expensive, too fancy on a £6,000 bike, are you? So the suspension on this is just standard, so standard telescopic forks in the front. You can't adjust them anyway at all. And the rear is just twin shocks and can be adjusted for preload only. The comfort of the bike, nice and comfortable. Nice padded seat, handlebars are fairly wide, and I've got a good control of it. This kind of triangular shape from your feet, your bum and your hands, everything's nice and close. I'm only moan about the bike I guess is the peg position. I've got quite long legs, I'm 6 foot tall, and my legs get a little bit cramped in this position. I wish they'd move the pegs forward a little bit like a normal cruiser would have, because let's not beat around the bush, Honda claims this is a cruiser, and for the most part it is. Electronics on the bike, none to speak of, you know, nothing fancy, no LED lights, nothing like that, no traction control, no rider modes. All it has is ABS and this kind of fancy-ish little display instrument panel. That itself is quite nice, to be honest. I quite like the simplicity of it. It's nice and clear what you're looking at, and when in the night time, it glows blue, and I quite like that. So yeah, nice little instrument panel. It's got everything on you need it. It's got your speed, your time, fuel gauge, and your trip meters. No gear indicators or anything like that. You don't need them. But I think the new one actually has a gear indicator, but there's no ref counter either, so that's a bit of an annoyance. Wind protection or weather protection on the bike, well, as you can see there is a screen on this bike. This isn't standard, and this little screen is doing a fantastic job. Now I've been on these bikes without the screen on it, and I can tell you this screen is brilliant. I'm not getting any wind on me, a little bit on my shoulders I guess, but nothing on my head or my top of my helmet or that. So this is doing great. It is a naked bike essentially, so there's no fairing or nothing on it deflecting any of the wind or weather off my legs. Fuel tank on the bike is only about 11 litres, and claims you get about 150 miles with a full tank. I don't know how accurate that is, but I would take that with a pinch of salt. But yeah, it's a nice little fuel out of it. But again, it is what it is, right? You get an 11 litre tank, and you know, for most people that's probably more than enough. The mirrors on the bike are, I don't know if I like the look of the mirrors, but you know, they're doing an okay job. I'm not overly thrilled about them, but I think something like this would benefit or look really good with bar end mirrors. I'm not a fan of bar end mirrors, but I think I would put them on this actually, they might look quite nice. So yeah, definitely bar and mirrors might be the way to go. Vibrations, things like that, not really getting anything like that, other than, you know, the usuals. So there's no vibrations. Handlebars are nice, and the foot pegs are nice. The finish on the bike is very nice. This is the black one, obviously, but it comes in different colours. So there's not too much to it, to be honest. But it's nice finish. The paintwork's nice, and they've got these kind of matte black panels on it as well. I'm going to pull over and let you have a little look at the bike. Now there is a few things being done to this bike. Like I said, it is 4 years old, and I'll point them out to the stuff that isn't standard, and I'll tell you about the standard stuff, because I have ridden these bikes brand new. Whilst we're getting up to this little spot where I like to stop and do my walk rounds, I'll show you the switch gear. So just standard switch gear on the left hand side, just your lights, horn, indicators, and on the right hand side your starter, hazard lights, and your emergency kill switch. And that's it, folks. There's nothing else. You need to see it. This is more of a bike you look at rather than you play about with any of the little gadgets. What we've not mentioned, brakes. So the brakes are fairly standard as well. Just a single disc on the front. I believe it's about a 300mm disc with a twin piston Nissan caliper, and a 280mm disc on the back with a single piston caliper. So yeah, pretty standard. I believe all the Honda's 500 range are the same brakes. They just borrow parts from the other range when they're building new ones. I believe some of the newer ones will have, they're starting to make them with twin discs in the front, but not the Rebel. The Rebel's still only got one disc. Ride quality, yep, you can throw this bike about it. It absolutely attacks corners. Because it's so light, it's only 190 kilos. And when you're used to riding, well, I can attack the corners on it, I should say. When I'm used to riding something that's 260 kilos, I feel like this is, I feel like I'm floating. You know, there's no weight to it. And it's really, really nice ride quality. Suspension, a little bit in the soft side. And like I said, it is fairly standard, and it's only adjustable for preload in the back. But yeah, overall it's a very nice little ride. Okay, side stand, easy enough to find. Just a little side stand. I never put that in neutral. Neutral, easy to find as well. So, like I said, this is been slightly modified, this bike, and I'll let you make your mind up about the tyres. I don't know if I like them or not. So yeah, they've put white walls on them. Now I'm not a fan of white wall tyres, but in all honesty, I think it actually works on this. I've definitely seen worse, but yeah, comes standard with the Dunlop tyres. They were worn out, so these ones got put on, and the person who wanted it wants to make it more like a cruiser. So for whatever reason, they put white walls on them. But like I said, it does kind of work. These are the Avon Cobra Chromes, and you know, coming around there, it's pretty good. You know, so like I said, just standard suspension on the front, non-adjustable, and there's the punchy little 500 or 471cc engine. I believe I said it was 47 horsepower, and you know, it's plenty. It's because the bike's so light and so, you know, easy to handle. That weight is good delivery. So yeah, nice good engines these. This is an aftermarket exhaust, but the standard exhaust was perfectly fine. You know, I never bothered. I don't bother about loud exhaust or anything like that. But this is kind of got a good grumble to it. This one, it's a Diablo, I think. Yeah, Diablo, and the standard one, like I said, is for that Euro 5 compliance or whatever it's called. On the back, so this has been fitted with the backrest and the pannier racks. Now it's canvas bags that came with this bike. Obviously you can get plastic ones if you want, but the canvas bags look pretty good. Me personally, I would take all that off, even the pillion seat and the pillion pegs, and then it's going to look more like a bobber, isn't it? Because I think it looks more like a bobber than a cruiser. Okay, you could argue there's not much difference between bobbers and cruisers, but I think it's more of a bobber. On the other side, this chain is getting replaced in a few days, so don't worry about the state of the chain. It's it's just needing it's just needing changed, so that'll be getting changed tomorrow. Yeah, so on the other side, pretty much the same as the other side, isn't it? This is the aftermarket screen that was put on it. Is it Pug? I don't know how you pronounce it. And I believe it was about £60 or something. They said they paid for that screen, and obviously the little tool bag is in the front as well. I don't even know what's in that. But no, it's a great little bike. It's good fun. You know, it's 190 kilos, like I said, 11 litre tank. I'm just trying to think of anything else I can tell you. And yeah, it's good fun. I think that's the word of the day for this bike. It's good fun. So what I'll do is I'll jump back on it, and I'm going to head back down, and I'll give you my summary and anything else I've meant to have said. So let's get back on it. So what else can I tell you about the bike? So moving it around, just pad on your feet or whatever, or just pushing it around, it's nice and easy because the weight's nice and low, and because the bike's so low down, I should say. There's no problem moving it around if you're going to move it in the garage or the garden or whatever. You won't have any problems with that. Seat height on this bike, I don't think I mentioned that actually, it's 27 inches. So I can't see anybody having any real issues getting their feet flat on the ground when you come to junctions or whatever. So yeah, if you're a shorty, it's probably better. If you're big and tall like me, that's where the only issue might come with a little bit of cramp in the legs. Now, this bike, I'm just thinking now, this video will probably come out on a Sunday maybe. Yeah, okay, I'm actually buying this bike. It's a gift for my wife. My wife passed her test last year, and I bought this bike for her. Because, in my opinion, this is the perfect bike for her. Now, my wife hasn't driven a car. She doesn't have a car licence. She's only ever driven a motorcycle on the road. And I think this is a perfect bike for your first bike. It's nice and easy to live with. There's nothing going to surprise you. There's nothing to complicate it. And my wife's about 5'4", I think it is. So yeah, perfect for her. So the time this video comes out, I'll have given it to her, and in that way we can start doing tours together. I wonder what his problem was. He didn't seem very happy with me there. I wasn't doing anything wrong. Anyway, car drivers, right? So, final summary, I think I've just said it. Perfect bike if you're just getting into bikes, and if you're on a budget. There is a bigger brother to this, the Rebel 1100, a little bit heavier obviously, but again, no real issues with that bike. It's very, very similar. If I had to choose between the two of them, I'd probably go for this one, simply because of the price of it. It's nice, and it's, you know, it's if you're on a budget, it's really good. Whereas I think the 1100 is about, I don't know, about £10,000 maybe, £9,000, £10,000. Obviously if you want that more powerful engine, then fine, go for the 1100. But if you just want to cruise around and mess about and have fun, this is the bike for you. So I said at the start, does the bike, what does it claim to be, and does it do it? It claims to be a cruiser. Does it do it? Yeah, probably. I just wish that the controls were a little bit more forward, and maybe a slightly bigger fuel tank would have went down nicely as well. So yeah, I would say this is lives up to its name. So I think that'll do us. I'm going to just take this bike back to the garage just now and get it all get it washed, because it has been a little bit dirty today, and the chain is getting done. I believe it's getting done tomorrow, and then I'm picking it up the following day. So there you go folks, I'll leave it there. If you've liked the video, please hit the like button. If you want to subscribe, please do that as well, it helps the channel out. And I'll leave you on that note. Ride safe guys.